But on the one hand, they have DNA. It sounds like they have an eyewitness. They've done some work on the car. They've done some work on cell phones, location data. They seem to have covered a lot of bases to try to connect a suspect, connect somebody to the crime scene.
Oh, we took care of it. Yep. You guys.
You have the following rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, and/or imprisonment for life. Do you understand?
Yes.
Count 4 alleges that you committed the felony.
On the other hand, do they have direct evidence? I mean, it could be somebody who has, one thing about DNA is if somebody has touched that before, then if say that the defendant here has touched this knife sheath, for example, before, that doesn't necessarily place him at the crime scene. It places a sheath that he has touched at the crime scene. They don't have a direct eyewitness. It sounds like they have a witness who saw eyebrows or something like this. But so, it is good in many respects and maybe not. They don't have the bloody glove, so to speak, but maybe, they have the knife sheath, the bloody knife sheath. I suppose the defense could be challenging the government's use of these technologies, of using phones and surveillance cameras and pings and whatever to essentially, at its worst case, create a surveillance state. And arguably, you could say the Fourth Amendment protects against that because we have a right against unreasonable searches and seizures. Now, the Supreme Court hasn't interpreted it that way. So there could be some legal challenges that the defense could raise in that regard to say that some of those things have happened. As far as how persuasive is it to a jury, I think that type of stuff is quite persuasive to a jury, I would think. Certainly, it's not a requirement that in a criminal case that the government prove a motive to commit the crime. Typically, for murder, you have to prove that the person intentionally killed someone. But I think most people want to understand why this person did that, and it becomes kind of a sub-proof issue for the prosecutor to say, and here's our explanation. It's possible the police don't have it. It's possible they're saving it until trial. I would say generally, if I'm going to talk about that, why the roommates didn't call police, there also could be tremendous fear, right? That a person is afraid that there's still somebody lingering there. They don't have access to their phone. They're afraid that people have been hurt. I mean, there's a variety of reasons, again, that a person could wait. It's a delicate balance, I feel like law enforcement has to draw, but the reasons to keep it tight to the vest are to protect their case, to keep it from contamination, to keep a suspect from knowing. Those are some of the reasons.